Good morning, this is Battle of Britain class, Winston Churchill. Now, I bought this with the Winston Churchill funeral car set because at the time I bought it 2 years ago, this was the only Winston Churchill Hornby did with the wires going to the tender. The other one they did was DCC ready, but it wasn't wires to the tender, it was in the body, so I didn't buy that. Now the Winston Churchill funeral pack is wonderful. You get one baggage car which was used as a coffin car, and you get, I think it's 2 Pullman cars. Wonderful. Problem is, Hornby didn't sell the other Pullman cars, so you couldn't buy the rest of the set to make up the full funeral train. How does that work? If you do, I don't know how many sets they did of this, but anybody who's bought the set, they're surefire to buy the other Pullman cars. Now these are all streamline points, which aren't computer programmed. The computer programmed points were set track points, but this is a lot better. What you will see in these testing videos is how much smoother the locos run on the streamline points. Now this locomotive did not come with sound. This is a loksound V4 LS Micro V4 decoder, which wasn't cheap, and we've got a special speaker in it. Thought I'd just mention that these are all Insulfrog points. The problems I had with this, getting it to run correctly, it was either stuttering, going too fast. I had to make 5 or 6 phone calls to get advice from the people I bought the decoder from, doing this CV, that CV, to get it to run. And I'm thinking, when I've spent all this money, when really what I should have done, if it was available, just fit a Hornby TTS decoder. But you can hear in isolation, the sound this makes is superb. It really is. I'm not going to dress it up. Listen to that. Now what you will notice, and while these sidings are slightly different, you can see the difference between how a loco runs on streamline points and set track points, and you can see how much more natural the loco runs. Now this siding here, the same space, I was able to fit streamline points. In fact, I gained a bit of space, believe it or not, which probably doesn't make sense. I mean, listen to that, the sound is... Susan didn't quite stop it in time, but I'm not going to stop the video because it's so realistic. It runs on like a real locomotive. I mean, this being one of the smaller locomotives, but you could see the way the tender's twisting round, the way it just would not do it in real life. But it's all subjective. People do what's right for them. I'm just pointing out, I'm not saying what you should and shouldn't do, I'm just pointing out the differences. Now if you can, watch this on a 4K TV. because you can really see how the loco, how everything moves around on different points. Track it's just gone over is absolutely filthy. I've seen it with my own eyes. We'll do something about that once we've run this. But you can see it's going over these points without a problem. But that Winston Churchill pack is a nice set, and Winston Churchill is at the NRM, as is the converted baggage car they used as a funeral car. What I like is the way you can hear the boiler simmering in the background, like on real locomotives. But you can see here the loco is spending all of its time oscillating backwards and forwards on a set track Peco Insulfrog point. I mean, if I'm honest, it's probably the best sounding steam locomotive I've got, but it cost an awful lot of money. This is tight radius 2, you can see the way the front bogie. Where Holland Africa line slip, we've cleaned the track, which is what I thought it was. You just know from experience when you see something with your railway, and you can kind of sometimes guess straight away what's wrong. Now this is tight, this is radius 2 curve, radius 2 set track, then immediately afterwards it's turning on to another radius 2 into a siding. And you can see the whole thing, look at the tender, look how it's nearly clipping the loco. Now I've put a Duchess drawbar on that. That's why it sits a bit further back. Well, I think it was a Duchess drawbar. With the drawbar it came with it, on that turn on that track, the tender just lifted and came off the track. And this is why I say computer programs are wonderful things, but they just tell you what will fit into a space and not necessarily what a loco will go on. This is tight, radius 2 all the way round. A continuous tight bend isn't too bad providing your track is flat. It's where you've got a continuous tight bend and it's going straight onto another tight bend. And here we are, we're just going to come out the siding and go all the way out backwards on radius 2 curve points. On the radius 2, give us a toot. It's got a great whistle. I've got an analogue Battle of Britain on this as well, but if I show digital, it's showing you digital locomotives run perfectly fine on Insulfrog points. But this video may be a long drawn out, but it's showing you all the different types of points available. Wide points, set track points, streamline points, short streamline points, curve points, and you're seeing how the loco performs. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope it's been informative. Thank you.